Healdsburg, California. Healdsburg is a city located in Sonoma County, in California's wine country. As of the 2010 United States Census, the city had a population of 11,254. Healdsburg is a small tourist-oriented town in northern Sonoma County. Due to its three most important wine-producing regions, the Russian River, Dry Creek, and Alexander Valley AVAs, Healdsburg has been continuously awarded one of the top 10 small towns in America and is home to three of the top wineries in the United States. Healdsburg is centered on a 19th-century plaza that provides an important focal point for tourists and locals. History. Early inhabitants of the local area included the Pomo people, who constructed villages in open areas along the Russian River. Anglo-American, Mexican and Russian settlement may have commenced in the mid-19th century, with the settlement nearby, established downstream along the Russian River near Graton, in 1836, and later the Rancho Satoyome land grant, in 1844. In 1857, Harmon Heald, an Ohio businessman who had been squatting on Rancho Satoyome since 1850, purchased part of the rancho, giving the city its official founding date. In 1867, Heald's eponymous small town was incorporated. Healdsburg is located within the former township of Mendocino. The San Francisco and North Pacific Railroad reached Healdsburg in 1872. Farming, especially orchards and truck farms, was common within the present city limits from at least the 1890s to 1940s. Geography. The city has a total area of 4.464 square miles, 11.6 square kilometers. 4.457 square miles, 11.5 square kilometers, of it is land, and 0.007 square miles, 0.0 square kilometers, is water. The total area is 0.15% water. It lies on the Russian River, near a point used as a crossing of the river since the 1850s that is now the site of the Healdsburg Memorial Bridge. Foss Creek traverses the city from north to south, flowing into Dry Creek near the US 101 Central Healdsburg Interchange. Climate. Healdsburg has cool, wet winters and warm to hot, dry summers. In January, the average high temperature is 57.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 14.2 degrees Celsius, and the average low is 38 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 degrees Celsius. In July, the average high temperature is 88.8 degrees Fahrenheit, 31.6 degrees Celsius, and the average low is 52.7 degrees Fahrenheit, 11.5 degrees Celsius. There are an average of 54.6 days with highs of 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius, or higher, and an average of 20.1 days with lows of 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, or lower. The record high temperature was 116 degrees Fahrenheit, 47 degrees Celsius, on July 13, 1972, and the record low temperature was 14 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees C, on December 22, 1990. Annual precipitation averages 42.2 in 1,070 millimeters. There are an average of 73 days annually with measurable precipitation. The wettest year was 1983 with 96.25 in 2,445 millimeters, and the driest year was 1976 with 13.67 in 347 millimeters. The most precipitation in 1 month was 29.9 in 760 millimeters, in January 1995. The most precipitation in 24 hours was 8.18 in 208 millimeters, on December 3, 1980. Snow is relatively rare, with none in most years. The highest yearly snowfall totaled 0.8 in 20 millimeters, in 1976. Environment. An intrinsic element of the city's natural environment is the riparian zone associated with the Russian River that flows through Healdsburg. City residents support recycling by use of the Healdsburg transfer station. The city has shown an interest in creating a quiet environment by creating a noise element of the general plan, which defines baseline sound level contours and sets forth standards of quiet for each land use category. Demographics. 2010. The 2010 United States Census reported that Healdsburg had a population of 11,254. The population density was 2,521.3 people per square mile, 973.5/km superscript 2. The racial makeup of Healdsburg was 8,334, 74.1%. White, 56, 0.5%. African American, 205, 1.8%. Native American, 125, 1.1%. Asian, 18, 0.2%. Pacific Islander, 2,133, 19.0%, from other races, and 383, 3.4%, from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 3,820 persons, 33.9%. The census reported that 99.5% of the population lived in households and 0.5% were institutionalized. There were 4,378 households, out of which 1,335, 30.5%, had children under the age of 18 living in them, 2,140, 48.9%, were opposite-sex married couples living together, 465, 10.6%, had a female householder with no husband present, 222, 5.1%, had a male householder with no wife present. There were 259, 5.9%, unmarried opposite-sex partnerships, and 54, 1.2%, same-sex married couples or partnerships. Of the households, 1,205, 27.5%, were made up of individuals and 542, 12.4%, had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.56. There were 2,827 families, 64.6% of all households. The average family size was 3.12. The population was spread out with 2,546 people, 22.6%, under the age of 18, 925 people, 8.2%, aged 18 to 24, 2,750 people, 24.4%, aged 25 to 44, 3,349 people, 29.8%, aged 45 to 64, and 1,684 people, 15.0%, who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 40.8 years. For every 100 females, there were 96.5 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 93.0 males. There were 4,794 housing units at an average density of 1,074.0 per square mile, 414.7/km superscript 2, of which 57.6% were owner-occupied and 42.4% were occupied by renters. The homeowner vacancy rate was 2.7%, the rental vacancy rate was 4.2%. Of the population, 53.2% lived in owner-occupied housing units and 46.3% lived in rental housing units. 2000. As of the 2000 census, there were 10,722 people, 3,968 households, and 2,702 families residing in the city. The population density is 2,848/SQ-me, 1,101/km superscript 2. There are 4,138 housing units at an average density of 1,099/SQ-me, 425/km superscript 2. The racial makeup of the city is 79.89% white, 0.50% African American, 1.80% Native American, 0.75% Asian, 0.06% Pacific Islander, 13.44% from other races, and 3.56% from 2 or more races. Of the population, 28.82% are Hispanic or Latino of any race. There are 3,968 households, out of which 33.0% have children under the age of 18 living with them, 52.2% are married couples living together, 11.4% have a female householder with no husband present, and 31.9% are non-families. 25.9% of all households are made up of individuals, and 12.1% have someone living alone who is 65 years of age or older. The average household size is 2.69 and the average family size is 3.23. In the city, the population is spread out with 26.0% under the age of 18, 8.9% from 18 to 24, 26.5% from 25 to 44, 24.5% from 45 to 64, and 14.1% who are 65 years of age or older. The median age is 37 years. For every 100 females, there are 95.0 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there are 90.8 males. The median income for a household in the city is $48,995, and the median income for a family is $55,386. Males have a median income of $38,977 versus $32,015 for females. The per capita income for the city is $22,245. 9.4% of the population and 6.6% of families are below the poverty line. Out of the total population, 10.4% of those under the age of 18 and 6.7% of those 65 and older are living below the poverty line. Government. In the California State Legislature, Healdsburg is in the 2nd Senate District, represented by Democrat Mike McGuire, and in the 2nd Assembly District, represented by Democrat Jim Wood. In the United States House of Representatives, Healdsburg is in California's 2nd Congressional District, represented by Democrat Jared Huffman. According to the California Secretary of State, as of February 10, 2019, Healdsburg has 6,913 registered voters. Of those, 3,624, 52.4%, are registered Democrats, 1,262, 18.3%, are registered Republicans, and 1,680, 24.3%, have declined to state a political party. Transportation. Amtrak Thruway and Sonoma County Transit buses serve the depot. Healdsburg is a proposed future stop on the Sonoma-Marin Area Rail Transit commuter rail line. Notable people.